I'm a retired airline pilot. My name is Hap Peterson. My friends always called me Hap. I picked that up while I was in college. Prior to going to work in the airline industry, I was a Navy pilot. In March of 06, a friend of mine who was a surgeon from Dallas came up to play golf with me, and he got to looking at me and he wanted to know about my blood work that I'd had done. And he said, well, I'll tell you what, said, you had a colonoscopy done. He's a colorectal surgeon. He had done that work for me in Dallas. He said, I'd like for you to come down. You're coming down in a couple of weeks to play golf. I'd like for you to come down 2 or 3 days early, and let's do another colonoscopy. And I'll have a partner of mine do an endoscopic exam. So that's what we did. And while we were playing the golf that day, this doctor friend of mine, Dr. Rob Cloud, kept looking at his, checking his cell phone. I could tell he was very nervous about it. And he finally got a call, and at the end of our round of golf, which we played pretty well, by the way, but he said, Hap, let's sit down. I need to talk to you. I said, well, Rob, you don't have good news for me, do you? He said, no, I don't, Hap. I said, cancer? He said, yep. He said, the doctor who diagnosed this, the pathologist says he thinks it's melanoma. Well, I didn't know much about melanoma, but I could tell that my friend was really upset about it. And of course, it concerned me somewhat also at the time. When we went in to see this surgeon friend of his, he said, well, looks like you've got some big problems, boy. I said, yeah, I guess I do, doctor. I said, I'm from Arkansas, and I would like to go back to the University of Arkansas for Medical Sciences in Little Rock. And he said, well, all right. And I said, I would like to go see Dr. Jim's son. And he said, oh, great choice. Dr. Son is a personal friend of mine. He was a very good friend of mine. He said, would you like me to call and set up an appointment? I said, I certainly would appreciate that. So both this doctor and Dr. Cloud, my friend, called Dr. Son, and they got me right in. And he ran the test, you know, that he's a head and neck oncologist, so he was checking all through my head and found nothing up there. Well, I think I still had some brains, but anyway, he had no tumors that he could find in his examination. And at that time, he told me that this is not my specialty, Hap. He says, however, he said, I'm going to send you to a doctor who is really, really good. And she is the person who really cares for our melanoma patients, and that's Dr. Laura Hutchins. My wife asked Dr. Hutchins, said, well, how much time does he have? And I believe Dr. Hutchins said, I would say it's time to get your affairs in order. I think you have 3 to 6 months. And Dr. Hutchins put me on a chemotherapy, and that worked for a couple of years, or at least it was slowing down the growth of the tumor. And then in about July of 08, somewhere in that time frame, she says, Hap, said, this chemo is no longer doing the job that we had hoped it would do, and it's not stopping the growth of the cancer. And so we need to try something else. I'm so thankful that I was able to participate in this trial. And I just noticed that in last Friday's Democrat Gazette, on the back page, an article came out that the FDA has approved this drug for use in the treatment of melanoma. And that's wonderful. I just can't tell you how much I would recommend anyone who has the opportunity to participate in one of these studies. They're making such advances that it's just incredible. And just to think that what it's done for me and how long it continues, I don't know. But I know one thing, that I have participated in a study that is going to help a lot of people in the future. And hopefully one day they're going to cure this stuff. And anyway, that's where I am right now, and I'm thrilled. And if they come up with some other trial they want me to try later on, I'll be happy. I'll raise my right hand and say, take me. I'll do it right now.